Telling Cafe, and normally on our Friday night, which as Louis knows is our Stories for Children night, we have just one teller. But this time we thought we'd do the special offer 3 in 1 because it's a long way for me to get to India, and having gone there, I thought I'd get full value out of India. So we're going Amanpreet to start off with, then Srividya, and then Manisha. And we'll have a story from each of them. And Louis will have a little gap so you can tell them how wonderful they are in between times. So, because that is your job, to tell people how wonderful they are. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and assembled company, can you put your hands together and welcome the mother of one of our child stars who has brought up 2 fantastic children and young storytellers. Yes, no, mate, it's not your night. Get out, get off the camera. Let your mum be a star. So please, could you welcome Amanpreet?
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John, for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you all. Namaste. I am Amanpreet from India. Today, I am going to tell you a beautiful folk tale from Punjab. Punjab is a state of India located in northwestern part. The word Punjab is compound of 2 words. Panj means 5 and Ab means water. That presents the land of 5 rivers: Ravi, Byas, Chenab, Jhelum, and Satluj. Now, let's listen to a beautiful folk tale from Punjab. And the story name is Kaka and Munni. Now, let's see what Kaka is doing and how Munni is saving her eggs. In a beautiful gulmohar tree along the wheat fields of Punjab, there lived a sparrow called as Munni. One day, Munni sat by her nest and she was very happy and excited too, because her 3 eggs were about to hatch. So she was very happy and excited. Before giving the startled chirp, my God, she saw a flash of black. Can you see this? A flash of black. It was a village bully, Kaka the Crow. And Kaka the Crow said, "Move over, Munni. I have come to eat your eggs." Now, she was very smart and clever little sparrow. She said, "Oh, Kaka, you are here. I have been waiting for you to eat my eggs. So can you please come, you can eat my eggs. But Kaka, before eating it, have you seen your beak?" Kaka said, "What? My beak?" "Yes." Munni said, "Yes, your beak is very dirty." "What? My beak is looking very dirty?" Actually, Kaka always wanted to look very best. He always wanted to look handsome. So when Kaka heard that his beak was very dirty, he didn't like it at all. So he told the sparrow, "Munni, just be ready with your eggs. I'll come in a jiffy and I'll just go and clean my beak and come back and eat your eggs." Saying this, the crow flew in search of water. And the crow, Kaka the Crow said, "I am Kaka the Crow. I have to eat the eggs. who is going to help me? I keep wondering, who is going to help me? He was just flying and singing. And there, when he saw a stream, and he quickly swam down to the stream and was about to clean his beak in the stream. And stream screamed, "Oh, Kaka, don't put your dirty beak in my full water. Then my whole water will become dirty. Go, get the cup and fill the water with cup. Then you can clean your dirty beak." The stream also knew what the Kaka wanted to do. So the stream also helped the poor Munni. So Kaka went in search of a cup. He went in all houses in search of a cup. Nobody was ready to give the cup to the village bully. As he was searching, he saw a potter and he told, "Oh, potter, potter, can you please give me a cup so that I can fill the cup with water and I'll clean my beak. Then finally, I'll eat the eggs of Munni and loudly say, 'Cow, cow,' so that everybody in the village will look at me and say, 'How handsome I am.'" Potter also wanted to help Munni. So he wanted to divert Kaka with some other thing. The potter said, "Oh, I don't have a cup ready right now. So why don't you go and bring some sand to make a small cup?" So Kaka again believed him, and he again flew in search of sand. He went to the fields and tried to dig some sand. But the fields were very dry. So he was not able to dig the sand. So he looked out for some sharp object to dig the sand. As he was searching here, there for some sharp object, then he saw a deer with sharp horns. He went to the deer and said, "Oh dear, can you please give me your sharp horns so that I can dig the sand and I will give the sand to the potter."
These are stories for children.
And a potter, and he will make the small cup, and I'll fill the cup with water. And then
take this one, Dave.
And I will clean the beak, my dirty,
stories for
and
children.
eat Munni's
This
egg.
is about the crow,
deer-
the sparrow.
Aman, hold on 2 seconds. Uma, could you mute, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So Kaka searched and he saw again what he did. The deer was really got very angry when he heard it, because just imagine how cruel the Kaka was. So the deer said, "You foolish crow, you don't know that you can't take my horns because I am alive. I can't give you anything. Just go away." Now Kaka started to think, "Oh, the deer can give me the horns only when he is dead. Okay, now I can make a plan to kill the deer." So Kaka searched and he saw a wild dogs. Boo, boo. And so he went to them and told, "Wild dogs, can you please help me? Can you please help and kill the deer so that I can take the horns and I will use the horns to dig the sand and I will give it to the potter." You can also repeat with me, all of you. What again he'll be doing, Kaka the crow? "I'll give it to the potter and he will make the cup. Out of that cup, I'll fill it with that water and clean my dirty beak. Finally, eat the eggs of Munni and loudly say, cow, cow, so that the people of the village will see me and say, how handsome I am. The dog obviously didn't want to help Kaka. Dog told Kaka, oh Kaka, bow, bow. Oh Kaka, we are so weak. We can't go and hunt deer. So can you please give us some milk so that we can kill the deer? Now Kaka again. He went in search of milk. He was going, and on the way, he saw a cow. Now Kaka went to the cow and told that, cow, cow, can you please give me milk so that I can give it to the wild dog? And the wild dog will kill the deer. And I'll take the deer horns to dig the sand. And with that sand, I'll give it to the potter. Potter will make the cup and fill the cup. I'll fill the cup with water and clean my dirty beak. Finally, I'll eat the eggs of Munni. So now the cow said, oh, moo, moo, I can't give you milk unless you give me a grass. So now Kaka again thought what to do. So now Kaka went in search of grass. Now he saw a grass field. He wanted something sharp to cut the grass. So nearby he found blacksmith and he told, please, 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 please give me a sickle so that I can cut the grass. Give it to the cow. Blacksmith, can you please give me a sickle so that I can give it to the cow and the cow will give me the milk, and with that milk, I'll give it to the wild dogs and wild dogs will kill the deer. And I'll use that horn to dig the sand. And with that sand, I'll give it to the potter. Potter will make again the cup. I'll fill the cup with water and clean my dirty beak. And finally, I'll eat Munni's eggs and loudly say, cow, cow, so that the people of the village, in the village, will see me and say how handsome I am. Now, blacksmith told Kaka to go to the furnace and find the sickle there. Now, Kaka thought and went to the furnace, opened the door, and the gust of wind blew, and it made the Kaka fall. In fractions of seconds, Kaka's tail was burnt, and he cried off with pain and said, "Aho, aho, mera punja sadya! Aho, aho, mera punja sadya!" That means in English, my tail is burnt. My tail is burnt. So this is how he looked at his back, and his tail literally got burnt. And he didn't like that. Kaka the crow, who want to look handsome, he didn't like his back. He don't want it to show it to anyone in the village because he always wanted to look his best. So Kaka decided to leave the village and never returned back. This is how the people and the animals got rid of the village bully, Kaka the crow. So the moral of the story is always try to make wise decisions at right time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
And
I love catalogue stories. Amanpreet, your daughter has trained you very well.
Thank you so much, John.
Louis, what did you think of Amanpreet's story? Did you like it?
Right, I love that story.
Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
right, a round of applause, please, for Amanpreet. Fantastic. What a way to start our evening. Right, we're going to go down to, well, actually, I don't remember where Srividya is. Are you Mumbai or is Manisha Mumbai? No, Manisha's Mumbai. Where are you? You're muted.
Hey John, I am from Chennai. I'm from India, Chennai. Let me show you from where I am. This is India and the southeastern part of India. Just down there is where this place called Chennai. So I'm from there.
Fantastic. How fortuitous of you to have a map behind you. Fantastic. You knew I was going to ask that question. Are you a mind reader? Right. Anyway, have you got a story for us?
So today I'm going to be telling you a story from the state that I belong. I belong from Tamil Nadu, from India. So this is a folk tale that I have been listening from my mother since childhood. And this is my favorite story. So here I'm going to share a story called The Sparrow Girl, full of magic, full of fantasy, and full of color. So it's a fun story for everyone, for children and everyone. Yes. So can I start, John? Thank you. Thank you. Ta-na-ni, ta-ni, na-ni, na. Ta-na-ni, ta-ni, na-ni. Ta-na-ni, ta-ni, na-ni, na. Ta-na-ni, ta-ni, na-ni, na. Tani, 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 ta-na-ni, na. Tani, 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 ta-na-ni, na. I bring you a story of a sparrow and a beautiful girl. Are you ready? Please join me. I take you long, 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 long time ago. When the trees, the birds, and every creature in this world were magical. There was a bit of magic and sparkle of magic across the air. There was smile, there was laughter, there was greenery, and there was peace all around the world. One day, on a deep jungle, up suddenly, quack, 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 a cry of a newborn baby was heard from somewhere down the deep jungle. Quack, quack. And in the same jungle, there lived a flock of many birds, many animals, but that there was a sparrow. The little cute small sparrows, the kind sparrows. They were all going around finding food. And once they heard the sound, quack, quack, the head of the sparrows looked for the baby. And when they hop, and as you know, sparrows can only hop on the ground. and they hopped, and they looked around the jungle. And in the end of that tree, the huge tree, there they found a basket, a cane basket. In there was white velvet cloth. And just on that, quack, quack, hardly 10 or 15-day-old baby, a girl baby. Quack, quack. She had curly hair, the round dark eyes, and she was wearing an anklet made of silver. Quack, quack. The child was ear-pierced with a diamond stud, and the child had this big black bindi. The bindi was made of kajal. The kajal, the special bindi the mothers keep the babies for keeping the evil eye away. Quack, quack. But, oh, the baby, where is the parents? Where are they? The flock of birds looked around, but they could not find the amma, the appa, the father, or the mother. So the eldest of the sparrow, he said, oh, I must tell you, the girls, the birds, everything were magical, and they could speak the language of human. And there they said, oh, this whole forest is so wild. There are animals that can harm this little baby. Let's take the baby to our house and guard the child. So the kind flock of sparrows took the baby and they carried the baby back to their house. Their house was on the top branch of a huge tree. A tree with that big trunk and the branches taking many shapes. And on the top branch, there was their beautiful small house. There was no nest. In fact, there was a house built of bamboo sticks. And the house, they would have to go. They hopped on the ground, but they flew at only till one level. And after that, as sparrows, the little birds, they can't fly so high. So they had ladder. They had put a ladder to climb and reach the house. So the baby started to get cared by these flock of sparrows. Days passed, and the baby grew up to be a very cute, very beautiful young girl. She was the sparrow girl. And as she grew, she was so pampered by the brothers and the sisters and the foster father and the mother that all the sparrow uncles and aunties and everyone inside the house used to take care of her so very well. And then they used to give her everything. Because she was a human baby, she had to eat. So she had been built a stove with wood to burn the stove. And there was a bit of coal to burn it. And there were vessels to prepare dal and curry. The sparrows took care of her so well. But in spite of all that, this little girl was not allowed to go out of the house. The foster father, mother, uncle, auntie, brother, sisters used to say, "You must not go out of this house at any cost." Yeah, dear, you must not come out of the house at any cost. Yeah, you must not come out of the house at any cost. So all the birds used to tell her not to open the door. The door. I must tell you there's a secret. The door was also magical. It was made of a special material that it can never be opened. It can only be opened from inside. And also, the sparrows, they were very intelligent. They used to leave a bowl of water just inside the door, near the door, and used to tell her, Dear, only if we come and only if we knock the door, you must open the door. If you find a stranger, a danger coming and knocking at the door, don't open it. You will know who has come outside. Look into the bowl of water. Yes, the bowl of water was so magical that it was just not a crystal clear water, but the water could change color. If it was the sparrow brothers and sisters and foster mother and father and the uncles and aunties, the water color will not change. But if there could be any danger knocking on the door, the water color would change into dirty brown, kind of a dirty water. So the girl could know that, oh, I must not open the door. Do you think you want to stay at home all the time, like how we have in India, a lot of lockdowns, and we ask children not to go out? Likewise, the sparrow girl was not allowed to go out of the house. But children, tell me, do you think you want to just stay back at home and close the doors and indoors and just stay and watch TV and do all the whatever, which is not interesting? Do you want to stay at home? No, right? Exactly. And how can the sparrow girl, the girl with full of energy, could stay back in her home? She was to ask, oh, please let me out. I want to go out and play. But no, there was a strict rule set. No going out. So, anyways, days passed, years passed, and this young girl turned out to be a young lady. Now this young lady was full of curiosity. One day she wanted to explore the world. She wanted to go out and see what is there outside. And one fine day, that thing happened. And that one fine day, she found when the brothers and the fathers and the mothers and the uncles and the aunties were outside searching for food. When she had locked the door, she turned to her kitchen and she saw there was no fire. She had to bring fire. Now she had to find fire from somewhere nearby. So she opened the door. She finally opened the door for the very first time in her life. And as she opened the door, the fresh breeze of air, the wind just touched her cheeks and her hair. The fragrance of the green, fresh leaves. That was so tempting. She immediately decided to go out, and there she came out and she saw the ladder. She got down from the ladder and she looked around. It was such a beautiful jungle. It had tall trees. It had yellow flowers. It had also some fruits. And then the floor was covered with the dry leaves. She could crunch it. She could just walk on it. Oh, she could feel that sound, the crunchy sound. And then she heard the miners. She heard somewhere from the far the dance of the peacock that was kind of vibrating in the sky. There was a rainbow on the top of the sky. And that was so beautiful. And as she was enjoying it, from far she saw a small hut. The chimney was smoking. And she ran to find fire. And then she ran there and she knocked the door. Tuck, 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 tuck. Somebody opened the door. There came a same height young lady, but she was like, her two teeth had come out. Her eyes were in the shape of a crescent upside moon. Her nose was twisted. And she had lots and lots of dark spots here and there. She was none other than the wild forest Raksashi, the demoness. In India, we call demoness as Raksashis, the Raksashi's daughter. In popular words, we call it witch. They are magical. They can eat. They can suck the blood and all that. Is what the Raksashis during those days in the forest were covered with all this magical Raksashis. And she was the daughter of the Raksashi. And she came out and said, "Ow, what do you want?" And she said, Hi, I just want some fire. Fire? And this young girl got an idea. And she said, "Okay, I'll give you fire, but you help me in return." "What help? Tell me." The girl was so excited. She wanted to help. She actually kind of found a friend. But this wicked Raksashi's daughter, she had a plan. She knew that her Amma, her mother, the Raksashi, would eat her raw. And she wanted to send this girl to her Amma, who was taking a bath near a stream. And she said, "Okay, you do one thing. You take this turmeric. You take this turmeric with you, give it to my mother." So good. It was nothing. So the girl started off taking the turmeric in her hand, and she beautifully sang, and she went around the jungle. And suddenly, there came an old lady from somewhere, maybe an angel. She came, and there she stood. "Oh, where are you going?" And this girl, so innocent, the sparrow girl was so innocent. She said, "I'm just going to take this turmeric to the lady, the mother of my friend." "Oh, stop. That lady is no ordinary. She is a Raksashi. She will eat you just like that. Throw the turmeric here." And so the girl realized that there was danger, and she listened to that stranger, and she dropped the turmeric down. Now you will ask me, why turmeric? Why turmeric for bathing? Yes, during the ancient days and even today, women take bath applying turmeric on their skin, because it is believed it is so good for our health, for our skin and everything. It brings antioxidants. It has got many good qualities. It keeps all the scares away. It keeps your skin free from radiates and all that things. So it was a natural cream. So during those days, there was no soap. It was only the turmeric soap. So because this old lady had warned this young girl, she dropped the turmeric there and she ran back to her home. She remembered her foster mother, father, uncle, aunties, and everybody telling, "Don't go out, it is danger outside." Now she realized that they were all right. She felt sorry and she ran and she climbed the ladder and she closed the door. She saw the bowl of water, fully crystal clear. She went inside and sat with full of fear. And then the Raksashi, the demoness, she returned back to her house. And the daughter said, Amma, you didn't eat her, eh? You didn't bring one finger also for me, eh? And then Raksashi realized, the demoness realized, oh, well, there is a human here. And the demoness was so angry, and she had long nails. Her hair was frizzy. It was standing out one and one. She had two big, long, she had tooth here, and her eyes were really big, round. And then she said, and then she walked, talk. She smelled human. And then she saw the ladder, and then she understood, and she knock. She climbed the ladder and she knocked the door. Talk. And you know what happens? And as she knocked the door, the magical bowl of water. The bowl of water was becoming dirty. The girl realized, oh, danger. And she did not open the door. And this demoness, the Raksashi, got so angry that, and then she removed all, she flipped back all her fingernails and she put it on the ladder. And then she went back home angrily. By evening, all the little sparrows, everyone returned. And they flop, hop, hop, and they hopped from one step to the other. And when they did that, you know what happened? Their paws, the little paws, got stuck by the nails, the poisonous nails. Oh! And one after the other, the little small sparrows, the innocent sparrows, started falling. Tap, tap, tap. They all fainted. Till that one eldest sparrow who could not hop with just one leg, he hopped somehow, sensing the danger. He hopped, and he knocked the door. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And when he knocked the door, the crystal clear water was back on form. The girl immediately ran. She opened the door, and there she saw her only brother, with the only surviving brother, and others had all gone and they were all fainted down. Oh! The young girl started to feel pity. She started to feel very, very sad. And this bird said, "Please run away, sister. Please run away. Your life is in danger. Run into the forest. The forest will help you. The nature will help you." And listening, she ran, and she ran. She came down from the ladder and she ran into the deep jungle. Now, when she got into the jungle, it was not looking the same. It was looking scary. It was getting dark. And she was feeling so scared. She started to cry. She didn't know where to go. Somehow she went and she tried to find a hideaway near a tree. She heard the sound of the world. There was night owls. All that strange voices. Where will she find place to stay safe? She was missing her brother and the sisters and the father and the mothers and the uncle and the aunties. But she looked around, there was no family. And then she saw a tree. She went and hugged the tree. "Oh, please save me, save me." And then the tree trunk opened. The tree trunk opened. And this young girl, this sparrow girl, got inside the tree's trunk. And the trunk closed. A safe cocoon that she had got to stay all night. Early morning. All the cock crocking inside the same jungle. There came a prince. On a horse, white horse. And behind him there were all mantris, the ministers and everyone. And as he was coming for hunting, he had his bow and arrow. He looked here and there, and his eyes totally stopped and freezed, seeing the tree. This tree seemed so beautiful. Seriously, he somehow fell in love with this tree. He kept on looking at that tree. Oh, this tree looks so beautiful. And during those days, anybody could marry, tree. They could marry the nature. So the prince decided that I want to marry this tree. And so a marriage was settled. The marriage was arranged, and he got gala marriage with the tree. He put garland on the tree. And then he put tilak on the tree. Tilak means the sindu, the bindi on the tree. The marriage was done. He looked at the tree, but the minister around, they looked at him. "Maharaj, now where are you going to take the tree? Are you going to cut the tree and bring it to palace?" The prince had no answer, but he was like, as if stuck in magic. Something had taken over his brain. He just wanted to be with this tree. Suddenly, the trunk opened. And we know who came out. It was the sparrow girl. Now the prince realized how come he fell in love with this tree. There, this girl was inside this tree. So he took her back to his palace And they lived a very, very, very happy life. The story doesn't end here. Yep, we have people who copy us, right? We have people who follow our lifestyles, right? Like that. There was a minister in the same palace, and he said, oh, if my Maharaja could get such a beautiful wife out of a tree, I will also go and marry a tree. And then he also set up and he found a tree. Some tree he found and he married the tree. Magic happened. Magic happened. The tree opened, and you know who came? Yeah, the girl, the same girl, the Rakshasi's daughter. Oh, my princess. And she followed the mantri, the minister. And the mantri goes, leave me, leave me, leave me. And then they led their separate life. So this was a story, Sparrow Girl from South India. I have heard this from my mother. I'm sure you are also going to share this story to all of you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much, John, for having me in your platform. Thank you so much.
Srividya, thank you for that story. What a gift. Marvelous. Great. And we're definitely, it's definitely a sparrow evening. So Amanpreet unfortunately has to go. She's with she's trying to be with us and her hosts at the same time. She's done very well being in two places simultaneously, but that's the magic of stories. But one more round of applause for Srividya. Beautiful story. And then now we're going to Mumbai, and we go to Manisha in Mumbai, who has metamorphosed into an entirely different person while her screen was blank. Manisha, your turn. Please tell us a story.
Thank you, John, for having me here. And I'm very excited to present a story for World Storytelling Cafe. And as you said, I'm from Mumbai, which is on the western part of India. But I'm going to tell a story from my neighboring state, that is Gujarat. And that is where this getup comes from, a pagadi and a mustache. So here is my story. It's a folk tale from Gujarat. Yummy. You know Bhiku Bhai? Haven't heard of him? Oh, Bhiku Bhai was a merchant in Gujarat. And that day, he woke up with a slurping sound as his mouth watered for delicious and juicy, tender coconut and just a right amount of sugar. Yes, Bhiku Bhai wanted to feast on coconut and sugar mixture that day. As soon as he woke up, he called his wife, Leela Ben, kya che? Come here. You know what? Immediately bring some tender coconut with sugar on it. I really feel like eating it. Leela Ben said, there are no coconuts in the house. What? No coconut? No, Bhiku Bhai was a foodie, you see, and he had dreamt of juicy coconut and sugar. There was no way that he could resist it now. So he thought for a while. I think I have to go to the market to buy a coconut. But you know, that means I have to spend some money. You see, Bhiku Bhai was something of a miser. He wanted to eat coconut, but without spending any money. But that urge to eat a coconut was so tempting that he said, I will have to see. Let me at least go to the market and find out. So he put on his sandals, grabbed his stick, and started walking towards the market. As soon as he reached the nearby market, he saw coconuts, and Bhikkhu Bhai again started licking his lips. And he said, Hey Bhai, how much for the coconut? Tell me. The coconut vendor said, only 2 rupees for you. Shocked, Bhikkhu Bhai said, 2 rupees? Are you mad? 2 rupees you want for this small coconut? I'll give you 1 rupee. The coconut vendor grabbed the coconut bag and said, 2 rupees or leave it. So Bhikkhu Bhai was very sad. And seeing his expression, the coconut vendor said, okay, it's morning time, my boni time. But I'm not going to give you my coconut. You know what? If you want the coconut for cheap, just walk some miles away into that bigger market, and there you will get a coconut for 1 rupee. Now Bhikkhu Bhai thought for a while. I am strong and fit for an old man, and it's just early in the morning. I can definitely walk till the bigger market. And guess what? I will save 1 rupee. How smart of me. So Bhikkhu Bhai started walking to the bigger market. As soon as he reached the market, he could hear all the rustling and bustling of the market. Hey, kanda le lo, kanda. Hey, 5 rupees na batata le lo. Potatoes and onions and shark le lo, all the vegetables. And amidst all that crowd, Bhikkhu Bhai spotted a coconut vendor with fresh, green, tender coconuts. He rushed toward the coconut seller and said, how much for this coconut? This bigger one. The coconut vendor said, only 1 rupee for you. Bhikkhu Bhai looked at him again in shock. 1 rupee, you say? I walked all over from my house into this bigger market, and you're charging me 1 rupee? That is too much. I will give you 50 paise. Please give me 1 coconut for 50 paise. The coconut seller was angry and he said, You old man, don't you irritate me early in the morning. It's 1 rupee or nothing. Leave it or take it. I said, any idea where can I get a coconut for 50 paise? Now the coconut vendor thought so, that this man is a miser. So he said, why don't you walk there, another mile or so, and there is a harbor. You might as well coconut for 50 paise. Bhikkhu Bhai, he smiled and said, oh God, I am so smart, you see. I am definitely fit and young to walk till the harbor, and I will get a coconut only for 50 paise. So Bhikkhu Bhai started walking again. He wrapped his turban tightly. As he was walking, the sun was getting hotter and hotter. But Bhikkhu Bhai was not going to leave without the coconut. So he walked and walked and walked and walked. He removed his handkerchief and mopped his brows. He started sweating, you see. So much for a coconut. But he was not going to give up. And finally, he reached the harbor. Yes. And near the harbor, he saw a boatman selling lots of coconuts. And Bhikubai said to him, "Hey, boatman, kitla ma dida? Ek coconut. Give me one coconut, please." And the coconut said, "Only 50 paise for you. It's very cheap." Did you guess what Bhikubai said? 50 paise? Are you nuts? You know how much miles I have walked? Right early in the morning from my house, I went to the small market. Then I went to the bigger market. Then I came here. Look at my sandals. Look at my feet. I'm so tired. And you're selling this coconut for 50 paise? I will give you 25 paise. Give me that coconut, please. The coconut went, grabbed the coconut and said, "Hello, don't eat my brain. Keep 50 paise or leave." Bhikubai said, okay, don't get angry. But any idea where can I get a coconut for only 25 paise? The coconut vendor said, "Now go a mile away and there is a huge coconut grove. You can pick any number of coconuts there." And that thought gave a lightning energy to Bhikubai. He said, "Any number of coconuts, only for 25 paise. You know, I save how much money?" Oh, he was very happy. And the thought of the juicy, tender coconut with sugar gave him energy. And Bhikubai started walking again a mile away till the coconut grove. Panting heavily, he finally reached the coconut grove. And there he again saw the gardener. And the gardener was selling fresh coconuts just under the coconut trees. Now Bhikubai went to the gardener and said, "Hey bhai, ek nariyal aapne? Give me one coconut, please." The coconut vendor said, yes, pick any one. Take this bigger one. Only 25 paise for you." And you guessed it right. Bhikubai was not ready to pay him 25 paise. He again showed him that shocked face. 25 paise? You're charging me 25 paise for this single coconut? Oh, that is very expensive. Now the gardener, who could judge that Bhikubai was panting and sweating and was not ready to give 25 paise, he said, okay, Bhikubai, don't beg, okay? This is a coconut grove. There are many coconut trees, okay? I charge you only 25 paise because of my efforts to climb the tree and get the coconut down. But even if you don't want to spend that 25 paise, then the tree belongs to you. Climb the tree and take as many coconuts that you want. Bhikubai was speechless. As many? Are you sure? Yes. The coconut grove is here. It's all free. Bhikubai pinched himself. I could not believe. He patted himself. Bhikubai, you walked so many miles and now you should definitely get a free coconut. So Bhikubai, he pulled up his sleeves and he pulled up his pajamas and he wrapped his arms around the coconut tree and started climbing. Yes. Now Bhikubai was very strong to be an old man. He finally reached the top of the coconut tree. And then he adjusted his bottom in between a crook and a branch of the tree and stretched himself to pull largest fruit. And as he stretched himself, zip, his feet slipped and he let loose hanging from the fruit. Help! Help! Bachao! Bachao! He stood there, clung to the fruit. All he could think was his life now, not the free coconut. Help! Help! Bachao! And as he was there, clinging and swaying in the air, hanging the coconut, he saw a camel man pass by and he said, hey, bhai, help me, please let your camel stand, below me and help me wrap my feet around the tree again. The camel man saw him and said, it is not much a task. I can definitely help this old man. So the camel man adjusted the camel right under Bhikkhu Bhai and he balanced himself over the camel and he held Bhikkhu Bhai's feet. And as soon as he was about to adjust Bhikkhu Bhai's feet around the tree, the camel was tempted to the juicy, tender leaves of the coconut. And the camel slid aside to eat the coconut leaves when the camelman lost his balance and so now Bhikkhu Bhai was swaying holding the coconut while the camelman was holding his feet and both of them were screaming, help, bachao, bachao. While they held there screaming, there went a horseman and they both started screaming, bhai, hey ghoda walo bhai, wait, help us, please, God bless you, please help us. Now the horseman also saw two men hanging from the tree and said, okay, I can help them, I'm a kind man, it will just take a minute. So the horseman stood over the horse, he balanced himself and he took hold of the camelman's feet. And while he was about to wrap them around the tree, you see, who said that horses are better than camels? The horse saw empty, juicy grass and he slid away now to eat the grass. And as soon as the horse away, the horseman lost his balance. And now there were three men. Help! Bachao! The coconut, then Bhikkhu Bhai, and then camelman, and then the horseman, all swaying along and screaming for their life. Bachao! Help! Help! Now the camelman screamed from below and said, hey, old man, please don't let go of the coconut. I'll give you 100 rupees. Please hold on tightly. Okay? We'll ask for help again. Hearing this, the horse also said, hey, old man, I will give you 200 rupees. Please hold on to the coconut tightly. Please. I'm a very young man. I'm not even married. Please, we'll ask for help. Bhikkhu Bhai, when he heard this, he started calculating. The miser or stingy person he was. 100 plus 200, 300 plus a coconut. Bhikkhu Bhai again started dreaming, and in that happiness he was about to clap when he let go of the coconut and Bhikubai, the horseman, and the camelman all came down with a thud. And no sooner were they settling down, dadum, came down the coconut right above the head of Bhikubai, all for free. So that was my little story. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you, John, again for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for coming and listening.
Oh, that was wonderful. Louis, what did you think of our three tellers tonight?
They were all amazing.
All amazing. That's it. Louis is our quality control. And so thank you all. That has been fantastic tonight. What a wonderful. We've been all over India. Thousands of miles. We've been from the Punjab down to the east, across to the west, or by vice versa. Fantastic. And we don't leave India because tomorrow morning, or won't be morning in India, it'll be tomorrow afternoon, but 10 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock here, which I think is about 5 hours difference? I don't know. In the morning, any storytellers from Asia or Australasia are welcome to come and tell a story, and we don't care how long it goes on for. Well, I have to get a train 3.5 hours after we start. Hopefully it won't, but up until we can make it go for ages. And I'll just leave it in David Heathfield's hands if I have to go. So that's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Both tellers and some people that have been listening here, because I'm sure some of those people tell stories themselves. And anyone you know, bring them along. It's a Saturday party, and then Sunday, this time 6 o'clock in the evening, we have Rock the Casbah, which is a fundraiser for our festival, because we have this fantastic storytelling festival coming up in Marrakesh. Ali's getting ready for it now. Ali, thank you. Then. Ali, have you got my festival ready yet, Ali?
Yes, John. Already.
Oh, that's okay then. Good.
Thank you.
And then Tuesday, of course. And if I don't mention Tuesday, David Thompson just gives me a slap through the screen. Tuesday is our young international tellers, and we've had some fantastic young tellers from India on that. We had about 3 tellers from India last week, and that's 5 o'clock. That's an hour earlier because the children have to go to bed sometime. Actually, school's finished, so they can stay up all night now. Well, school's finished in India, I think, and we have children from Gaza, from Nigeria, from all over on that program, probably Italy and maybe Romania and Scotland. But that's Tuesday, and then that's quite enough for people to keep in their heads. So tomorrow morning we'll see, or tomorrow afternoon in India, we'll see you all back again. But for now, one more round of applause for our 3 fantastic tellers from India. Amanpreet gives her apologies. She had to leave earlier, but you have all been fantastic. And I've got a primary school to go into. I've got an infant school to go into on Monday, live here. And Manisha, I would love to tell your story there with your permission. That's
Sure.
It's just a short. It's a lovely one for very young children. It's a lovely one for everyone, and it's a lesson in that story that Pauline could do with, because I'm sorry, Paul. Yes.
Be careful, Pauline.
Yeah, be careful, Pauline will give me a slap. Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, I won't see you in the field for a while. Anyway, but for right now, thank you, everybody. Louis, it's been great. Louis
Yes,
comes to us
John?
Louis comes to us every week, and we like to call it, we call Friday nights Louis' night, because he, for nearly a year now, he's been coming every Friday and he never misses one. So thank you, Sri. Bye-bye. See you in the morning. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
John.
Bye,
Bye,
John.
everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you for flying the magic carpet, Ali.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye, bye,
Ali.
David. Thank you, David. Bye, bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Louis. Thank you. Bye.
Uh,
Bye.
bye.